Hello everyone, welcome to What If Issei have the ability of BlackLight virus part 2. Before we start, please go support AndresFelipeSolanoDi for writing that awesome fanfic. Now let's begin. This is the translated version I made. There will be some wrong he or she calling here because it's translated, so let me clear this. Issei is a male in this story. Season 2 Chapter 2. Explanations. Everyone was shocked, they couldn't believe it, but they were seeing it in person. Issei, his partner and his friend was alive. It was something incredible, plus he was using strange abilities. Issei. You know, I wish we had met in better conditions. Riaz. I don't care as long as you're here, I can finally be truly happy. Issei. Smiles. Okay, wait for me here, I'll take care of that thing. Riaz. Okay. Alpha. You damn mortal, you dare to challenge me, you should kneel before me and beg for your life. Issei. Do you really believe that? This would quickly leave a scar on his face, cutting him at such a speed that he could only feel the pain of being cut. Alpha. AI, how dare you, how dare you. Issei. Please, on that giant ugly face of yours, a scar won't make much of a difference. Alpha. Angry, my patience has a limit, crushes him. Issei. I'm sorry for your patience. Cuts his arm. The arm that crushed him would be broken in half, but again the giant arm would regenerate. Alpha. How can you cut me with something so small, and not to mention that I'm much bigger than you. Issei. You know the saying, the bigger they are, the harder the fall. Bang. Shock. Port. In a quick movement, Issei cut off his arm, but this time separating it from the body. Alpha in turn showed no sign of concern. Alpha. I will crush you with my bare hands, regenerates lost arm. Issei. You said that your patience reached the limit, you attacked my friends, you almost hurt the women I love. How much patience reached the limit? More than yours or mine, takes out claws. The battle continued with ferocity. Everyone admired Issei's skills and his new powers as something truly amazing. The Keno. That's really Issei. Riaz. That battle weeks ago, in reality, it was your truth, Issei. Alpha. Die biomass whips. Issei. 1000 fast biomass cuts. This guy can use biomass as if it were a prototype. With the size of it, he will make a big mess if I don't finish it quickly. The Keno. Dragon lightning. But in the middle of the fight a Keno burst in to help him, hurting Alpha and further increasing his anger. Alpha. Damn inferior beings, how dare you hurt me. Issei. The inferior one here is you, take this biomass skewers. Thousands of spikes would come out of the ground piercing Alpha. He screamed in pain as he writhed. Alpha. Issei. I feel sorry for you, you are too big to dodge my attacks, and from my own experience, I know that regeneration has a limit. Alpha. Grabs a Keno. The Keno. In a quick move the battle had become complicated because the enemy captured a Keno. Issei quickly stopped his attacks. Alpha. You dared to attack me, damn female. Riaz. A Keno. Issei. Hey, you're really making me angry. Alpha. Go ahead and attack and I will squeeze her until she dies. Issei. TCH, damn, what do I do now? Alpha. Now you can't do anything. It seemed that the Alpha subject had gained the advantage of the situation, but at that moment something happened that no one expected. Hen. When you're in trouble, ask a friend for help. Aiming with a sniper, commits this shit, spawn shoots him in the mouth. Alpha. Hen's shot helped the monster release a Keno and gave Issei free reign to finish off the monster. Issei. Your last mistake was attacking and taking one of the people I love hostage. Biomass destroyer. Boost 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 booster. Alpha. What is this? It is destroying all my biomass. No, not only is that destroying my DNA, how is this possible? You, what are you? Issei. I am something that exists to protect the people I love and destroy all evil. Alpha. Issei's attack would destroy Alpha definitively, followed by a rain of blood flooding the entire place. Issei would fall to the ground fainting. Apparently he used all his energy in that attack. Ken. Approaches Issei. I see that you tried too hard, it seems that you will have to evolve more. Riaz. Behind Ken. Don't move. Riaz, who had her eyes full of energy of destruction, warned the boy. Ken. Don't worry, I'm not an enemy, I'm Issei's friend, but for now I think I'll leave to ensure that there are no more problems. I'll entrust Issei to you, he will give the explanations of course. Riaz held Issei's body as he watched a guy leave. Issei seemed fine, just tired. 2 hours later, you could see all the members of the club gathered around Issei, who had already woken up. Riaz. Issei, I'm glad you're okay. Issei. The same to me. The Keno. I guess you'll tell us what happened to you. Issei. Well, to summarize, I was dead until someone found my body, or rather my corpse. It goes without saying who, after all you saw them on the news. Asia. Uneasy, it was Blackwatch. Issei. That's right, thanks to them who introduced a virus into me I came back to life in a certain way, but also that day an epidemic broke out throughout the city because of some terrorists. As a consequence I couldn't leave until the virus was cleaned. The Keno. Why didn't you contact us? Issei. I wanted to do it, but I couldn't cut lines, destroyed bridges, blocked streets, everything was chaos. I faced Rel, the monster that you saw on the news. I defeated him and rested for a few days or rather weeks to recover. Dibba. But even so the time was long, I doubt that you didn't recover quickly. Issei. Correct, the other reason for not returning was well, you really felt it, the sky changed color and shook, surely something like that must have happened here. As he said those words, everyone quickly remembered with concern that day as it was full of strange events. Hineko. Do you know the cause of what happened? Issei. Of course the multiverse was in danger. Dibba. The multiverse. Issei. It's a long story so this will be a long time to tell. But those words said, Issei began to tell everything that he experienced together with the other versions of him. The others could not stop being amazed by what Issei was saying. By the time he finished the story, Riaz was the first to console him. Riaz. Grabs Issei's hand. You fought enough, I think you can take a break now. Issei. I still think we could have done more. Riaz. Hugs him, but that doesn't change the fact that you gave your best effort. Or if 30 minutes later, Issei was in one of the club rooms ready to rest when the door opened slowly. Issei. Who is it? Riaz. I can come in. Issei. Sure. Riaz. Issei. Issei. Blush. You laugh because you are. Riaz. I waited for you for a long time. Issei. My beloved Riaz. At that moment Akeno, Kaneko and Asia entered the room. Akeno. I know what you are planning, you laugh, but we have also waited for him. Asia. Issei-san, we can sleep together like before, right? Kaneko. Issei-senpai please. Riaz. Geez, you guys are so okay, let's share Issei. Issei. Girls. The telephone rings. Issei. Ken, I'm very busy right now besides, you weren't looking for Rick, how could you help me with the monster thing? Ken. Rick called me first, he said not to look for him, that sooner or later he would come help us, so I quickly returned and went to see you, I saved your ass, you know. Issei. You don't have to emphasize that. Ken. Well, I'm sorry to interrupt your reunion with the girls if you are with them, but we have huge problems. Issei. What happens now? Ken. I forgot to tell you that there are more new things created by the new version of the virus, and they are attacking, especially the fact that Ril is still alive. Issei. Shock. Damn, it must be a damn joke. Ken. Unfortunately it is not. Issei. I'm sorry girls, but as you heard, there are problems. Riaz. We're going with you. Issei. I'll go there. Ken. By the way, Ril said that this new version revives corpses and well, I sent you a photo of what he did. Issei. This is getting worse, something else I should know. Ken. Those things went through a portal, the new virus combined with supernatural powers is dangerous, do you know where those things could have gone through that portal? Issei. If that's what I fear in the meantime, look for someone in Kuo called Azazel and have him take you to the underworld. Ken. Okay. Issei. Hangs up the phone. Riaz. Issei, do you think so? Issei. Girls, tell the others, we're going to the underworld, I think my brother-in-law will get a big surprise. Season 2 Episode 3. Surprise, surprise, I'm alive. Underworld. In the underworld there was a fierce battle between the demons and the monsters created by the virus, there were casualties on both sides, but in the case of the monsters, they were the ones who had the most casualties, however they did not stop coming. Surziches. Disintegrating the creatures no matter how many I destroy, they won't stop coming out. Ali. What are these things? Office. Office. I don't know, his aura reflects bloodlust, pain and suffering, I've never seen anything like that. Azazel. But I do, remember weeks ago the event in the United States in that city, the news showed it. Ali. But these creatures look a little different. Azazel. They should have experimented with them. The battle would continue, without problem the army of demons pushed these creatures. Ali. My last question is, how did those things get here to the underworld? At that moment a huge portal opens and more creatures appear. Azazel. I think they already answered you. Vali. Ali. I feel magic inside, it's impossible, perhaps these creatures were created by combining magic and science. Azazel. I think whoever experimented with them must have given them this power. At that moment, Zenobia and Irina appeared on the battlefront to support the situation. Zenobia. Hey Durandal. Irina. Disappear. Auden. Youth is very impatient these days. Miguel. Surziches, did you notify your sister and her family? Surziches. That's right, the funny thing is that they had an event a day ago, and these same creatures appeared. Azazel. What and why didn't you say it? Surziches. In my defense, I was not given the opportunity to talk about it, however I was pleasantly and satisfyingly surprised. Azazel. What are you talking about? Surziches. Well, I couldn't talk to whoever stopped the creatures because I gave time to the girls who were more impatient. Azazel. I still don't understand, you know. Surziches. You'll see, smiles, after all people like him never die. At that moment everyone stops for a moment. Irina. What is this I feel? Office. Maybe. Zenobia. Seriously, it can't be. Ollie. Of course it must be him. At that moment, the leader appears through the portal with a giant spider. For everyone they were both an ugly and horrible aberration. You are very dirty, I have come to clean you, Ollie. I guess we already know who is behind this. My name is Cleansed. Azazel. The name is curious looking at your appearance. Cleansed. You are all dirty, very dirty, I have come to clean you and save you, isn't it my dear spider friend? The spider looked at everyone while its mouth was drooling, it wanted to eat them all. Ollie. This guy is crazy. Cleansed. Since I came to clean them and a cleaning is done correctly, it would be fair to do the cleaning quickly and without wasting time. At that moment the portal enlarged, which caused more creatures to come out of it. Cleansed. Good boys to eat. Ollie. How did this end like this? 5 hours before. Rill. I need you to go to the underworld and bring me more specimens of demons, if they are alive or dead I don't care, you understand. Cleansed. Yes I love Rill, however you like it. Rill. Looks at a small spider you will need transportation, right? At that moment he touched the spider and it began to transform into a giant aberration. Cleansed. I will take care of meeting your expectations, master. Currently, the fight would continue without stopping, that cleansed guy had only made things difficult for the demons. Ollie. I must hold him. Dividing. Cleansed. We have a very annoying dirt, my dear spider, can you clean that dirt? Spider. Roars. Ollie. Albion that doesn't look good. Albion. Destroy it as soon as possible. Ollie. I know half dimension. The spider would scream in pain at Volley's attack, but before he could even eliminate it, he threw acid at Volley, who had to cancel his attack. Ollie. Albion the armor. Albion. The acid is melting the armor, how is it possible? Cleansed. We purify ourselves with the virus, we are the future. Zenobia. Then that future must be a disaster. Cleansed. Little spider they don't understand the truth, so please free them from their suffering. The spider would open its mouth, then everyone instantly felt danger. Ollie. I don't like this. Cleansed. No matter how strong they are, I will disperse acid throughout the area, there will be clouds of acid that will melt the skin on contact, they did not want to be cleaned the good way, then it will be the bad way. Azazel. Damn everyone get ready. Cleansed. Now be purified by my hand. The spider was about to shoot the acid when a sound was heard from the sky, the sound of someone falling. Issei. Crushing fists. At that moment Issei appeared falling from the sky towards the spider, with an incredible force impact with the spider closing its mouth and killing it, then the spikes would cause the entire spider to be crushed and destroyed. Issei. The bad thing about insects is that they get crushed. Cleansed. My little spider damned it was a gift from my love Rill how dare you kill her. Issei. You and Rill are missing a screw. Cleansed. Who are you? Surziches. I'm glad you finally arrived, Hyodo Issei. In that, everyone is shocked at the revelation of the person who had arrived, Surziches confirmed it with his words, and he would never joke about something like that. Issei. Did you perhaps think that brother-in-law was going to be missing? Rias. Issei we will take care of the others, you go get the boss. The Gremory group would appear descending from the sky. Issei. Of course. At that he was going straight towards the boss, but before he could even reach him, he had been hugged by the 3 girls. Arena. Idiot moron you know how much I cried, you know how much I missed you. Office. I'm glad you're alive, I'm really glad. Zenobia. The 3 girls were crying when they saw him, he only responded to the hug of the 3. Issei. I'm sorry for making you suffer. But the moment would be interrupted by Cleansed who, upset by the situation of his spider, would send the monsters to attack Issei, however they would be quickly destroyed by Issei. Cleansed. You will all die. Issei. Excuse me for a moment, I'll go shut the guy's mouth and then explain everything to you. In that case I would look at it. Ollie. Smiles. Hey I hope you haven't gotten rusty. Issei. Smiles of course not. Cleansed. Don't think too much, the master gave me the power to summon all kinds of creatures. At that moment another portal came out and Issei immediately recognized the creatures in the portal. Rias. What are those things? Issei. They are Juggernaut, they are strong and they break steel like porridge, I will take care of them, they may be strong, but they are slow takes out claws. Cleansed. What would you do with that, they will crush you like a nail. Issei. Smiles you think so. Cleansed. Kill him. Issei. Gutting cuts. At that moment a Juggernaut had been pierced in the stomach before he could even react, he would drop his entrails and guts to the ground, dying in the process. Cleansed. How is it possible? Issei. Consumes the corpse. People like you who believe that strength is everything will always lose, in a fight you always have in mind what is the best strategy to face the enemy. The Juggernaut are strong, but they are slow, I have more fighting experience with these creatures than you, so no matter what you summon I will finish it. At that moment an aura surrounds Issei and the remaining Juggernauts, making them obey him. Issei. Good points to the infected, destroy them and crush them. At that moment all the Juggernauts obey and attack the infected. Cleansed. You damn it, don't think you'll get away with it, we also have soldiers under our command. It would open a portal from which many soldiers would leave by helicopter. Issei. It's useless, takes out the whip. At that point, Issei began to shoot down the helicopters with a whip without problems. Cleansed. But what the hell? Issei. It's over. Cleansed. Shit, I have to think fast. He would look at the girls with whom he hugged and then a smile appeared on his mouth. Issei. I will consume you quickly. Cleansed. I don't think so, shoot those women. Issei. No. At that moment Issei would unleash his fury by jumping very high and destroying all the helicopters before they could even attack. Cleansed. Scared, it can't be, having this level of power is impossible. Issei. Listen to me very carefully, the last thing someone should do is touch them, because if that happens. Cleansed. Don't walk away. Issei. It will be consumed by me. Cleansed. No. Issei would consume Cleansed without mercy, erasing his existence forever. He had sought that fate for himself. Those who witnessed his battle were impressed by several things, among the most notable of which was Issei's new power. Issei. It's over, he didn't have any useful information in his mind, he was a simple soldier who gave up his humanity for power. After the battle and after several hours of explanation, Surziches and Azazel advised everyone to rest because apparently things like this would not stop for now and they had to save energy for all times in case those monsters appeared again. Issei. It seems like I can finally rest. When he entered his room he found Riaz and Akeno, but they had no clothes on. Riaz, Akeno. Issei. Issei. Hey. Riaz. I hope you haven't forgotten. Akeno. We left unfinished business. Issei. Yes, I know. Akeno. Issei, let's start. Riaz. We will make you feel good. And that they begin to kiss Issei on the mouth passionately to the point of colliding tongue with tongue. Akeno goes down to Issei's bottom to slowly suck Issei's penis. Riaz puts her vagina in front of Issei's face and he lowers her, making Issei begin to lick her. She moaned so loud that her sounds could be heard throughout the room. While Akeno sucked his penis harder to the point that Issei came on her face. At that Akeno was going to prostrate herself on Issei's penis, but Riaz pushes her. She wanted to be the first. At that moment Riaz rests on top of Issei's crotch, slowly introducing his penis into her vagina. Season 2 Episode 4. Finally a damn break. Riaz moved slowly on top of me, she kept moving, while Akeno approached to kiss me. I couldn't believe it, two girls were doing it with me. I placed my fingers on Akeno's vagina to slowly insert them, which made her scream with pleasure. Then I moved my hips faster along with my fingers, they didn't stop screaming, but I knew that it gave them pleasure, so I moved faster and faster to the point that Riaz and Akeno came at the same time as me. Riaz was very red, so much so that she lay down on the bed, apparently she was already tired. Akeno. Now it's my turn, Issei, I'm very wet. Akeno landed on top of me and looked me in the eyes, then I grabbed her by both hands. I knew about Akeno's sadistic and masochistic attitude, so I knew that gentle hex would not work. I began to introduce it quickly, making Akeno hit a huge scream. I moved fast, and her vagina squeezed me more and more. After that I held her tighter, each moan from her was satisfying like a sweet song. After that Akeno lay down on the bed next to me, she looked tired and sweaty. In the morning, Issei had woken up after that night of intimacy. He would take a gentle look at the girls he loved and then get up and go for a walk. Issei. That's it. Surziches. Hello, Issei. Issei. Surziches, is something wrong? Surziches. Some people will come in the afternoon, they say they know you, one of them is called Rick and the other is Ken. I wanted to know if this is true. Issei. Yes, they are friends who helped me with all this virus stuff in the beginning. I told Ken that he would find Azazel to come here, but since Azazel was here fighting with the infected, he probably couldn't find him, and his arrival was delayed. Surziches. I will give you a proper welcome. By the way, you made a lot of noise last night. I think you are now officially a member of the Grimory family, brother. Issei. Hey. Surziches. Next time, put a spell in the room to isolate the sound so that it cannot be heard outside. By the way, Issei. Issei. Yes. Surziches. Take care of my sister. After those words Issei would continue walking somewhat embarrassed. Issei. I officially have nothing to say in my favor in this situation. Dreg. You said it, mate. Issei. How long without speaking, Dreg? Dreg. So many things have happened that I haven't had time, but anyway, I wanted to tell you that in your fight in the multiverse you used a new form called mode, do you remember that? Issei. Perfectly, I have never felt so much power in my hands. Dreg. Well, I came to warn you that using the balance breaker mode infection is not easy, it is still in the process of adaptation, do not try to use it as it would be risky. Issei. Okay, got it, then let me know when it's ready to use. At that moment someone comes up behind Issei to hit him. When he feels the blow it hurts a little, and when he turns around he quickly realizes who it is. Issei. Surprised you are. Kuroka. Idiot. Issei. Wait, Kuroka. Kuroka. Okay, let me know. Hineko. Sister Issei is not to blame, he was. Issei. Kaneko let her vent, she was acting strong for a long time, she's not like that. Kuroka. You're an idiot, you know that. Kuroka's tears would fill Issei's chest, he gently hugged her to give her a kiss on the lips. Issei. I'm sorry Kuroka for not telling you that I was alive personally, but the entire supernatural world still doesn't know that I'm alive. Surziches is just taking care of notifying everyone, but the situation we are in has prevented the news from reaching all the people I love. Kuroka. I understand, leaving that aside, I want to make up for lost time without beating around the bush, this time you can't say no. Kaneko. I agree with my sister, I will also participate. Issei. Hey, what does that mean? Kaneko. We want you to do it with us. Kuroka. That's right. Issei. Wait a second, now at this moment, are you being serious? Kaneko. Issei-senpai spent the whole night with the president and Akeno. Issei. Shit, everyone heard. Kuroka. Now let's do it. Quickly Issei would be pushed into a room and lying on a bed. The two girls begin to undress and take off Issei's clothes like two wild animals. Kaneko began to kiss him. This one inserting her tongue was letting herself go. Kuroka began to lick her body. Issei slowly went down to suck Kaneko's breasts. While Kuroka goes down to suck his penis, Issei looked at Kaneko. She looked like a cat in heat. She didn't want to stop kissing me. Her tongue and mine intertwined. I hugged her tighter and tighter, while Kuroka licked more and more. Kuroka. Issei said, I can't stand it anymore. Kuroka climbed on top of me, pushing Kaneko away, but she didn't stop kissing me, and slowly my penis entered Kuroka's vagina, making her scream. At that point, Kaneko put her vagina in my face, and I started to lick it. Kuroka was moving faster, his eyes were shining, he was in a state of ecstasy. Every time he moved faster and faster, that was a sign that he was going to finish. The faster he moved, I was also about to come. Kaneko. Pushes Kuroka, it's my turn. Kuroka was on the floor, she didn't seem to be able to move. Kaneko quickly inserted my penis into her vagina. She screamed in pain. She was inexperienced, and although she had passed the stage of maturity, her small body was not made to do it quickly. Looking at her face, I saw that she was crying with happiness. In the end I ended up coming in her. When I saw both of them again, I knew that they were tired, so I left them in the room. It doesn't seem like they would wake up soon. In the dining room, after what happened with Kaneko and Kuroka, he remembered that she had not had any breakfast, so she dedicated herself to eating a little, and then someone arrived. Azazel. Hello Issei. Issei. Azazel, if you're already here, it means you already went for Rick and Ken. Azazel. Yes, they are talking to Surziches. By the way, Arena asked me to give you this. Issei. It's a doorknob. Azazel. Yes. Issei. It looks like the one Arena's father created to send us to a room where angels could have relationships without problems, and thus not become fallen angels. Azazel. That's right, they asked me for a favor, so enjoy it. Issei. Hey. At that moment the knob shines and transports Issei to a room where the church trio, Irina, Zenobia and Asia, were, but without any clothes. Issei. Wait, this is it, Asia? Issei-san. Zenobia. We planned to do it here so that Irina wouldn't become a fallen angel. Issei. Girls, thank you for this, but you should let me know. I couldn't believe it, this day was full of surprises, not to mention that the rest I had was little. They were squeezing me, the three of them began to rub their bodies against mine. I was surrounded by breasts, I kissed each of the girls, while I witnessed a kiss between Zenobia and Irina, which was a lesbian act that excited me more. In the end I told the three of them to turn their backs, to which they obeyed. I began to insert my penis into Asia since I felt that she wanted it. More than the other two, while my two hands were in Zenobia and Irina's vagina. At that point I came inside Asia while my penis went for Zenobia. I put my fingers back into Asia, not giving her time to rest, while Zenobia didn't stop screaming. As time went by I came back and ended up coming inside her. I was tired and squeezed, but there was still my childhood friend Irina. Zenobia and Asia fell exhausted into bed, apparently they fell asleep. I adopted a pose different for Irina. I told her to lie down, so I could look her in the eyes. She was an angel, she had no experience, and she was going to be all mine. Placing my penis in front of her vagina, I inserted it quickly, then she put her finger in her mouth, seemed like she didn't want to let out any sound. That seemed cute on her part, that's when I started to move faster. She spreads her angel wings, she extends her arms to hug me, she wanted us to come right away. I hug her tightly, moving at a rhythm, coming into her. In the end I looked at her smile, and then closed my eyes and went to sleep. In the afternoon, after what had happened, Issei would take a bath as soon as he woke up, and hours later he would relax in a restroom, then he would go outside the Grimory mansion, but it was strange, none of the girls were outside, he was alone. Issei. I don't see the girls. Rick. Issei. At that he turned quickly and could see Rick, an old friend and ally, however he could see that his face showed concern. Issei. You were late in arriving, you know. Rick. This is not the time to chat. Issei. Wait Rick, calm down a little. Rick. No time to calm down. Issei. Wait, calm down, first tell me what's wrong. Rick. That's the problem, it's not happening right now. Tell me Issei, have you seen anyone in the mansion? Have you seen your beloved women in the Gremory mansion? Issei. Shocked, what are you talking about, Rick? All of them have been in the underworld hospital for hours. Issei. But what the hell, this morning I was with them. Rick. Surziches went to see Riaz, who still wasn't getting up, then she discovered that she and Akeno were asleep. The thing is that no matter how much she talked to Akeno or Riaz, neither of them woke up. Issei. What? Rick. Then Kaneko and Kuroko were found asleep in a room, just like Riaz and Akeno, they didn't wake up. Issei. But what the hell? Rick. Azazel found Asia, Zenobia and Irina, just like the previous girls, in the end they were taken to the hospital, but the doctor couldn't detect the problem, however I could detect it. Issei. And what do they have? Rick. Analyze the girls, they are not asleep, they are in a coma. Issei. Shocked that. Rick. You know that Rill was fusing the virus with supernatural powers, thus creating new beings carrying the virus. Issei. What does that have to do with this? Rick. That you were consuming carriers of the new virus, as a consequence you were poisoning yourself. Issei. But I feel good. Rick. The current virus in your body, the one that revived you, protected you so that you would not suffer, in other words, it contained the disease of the new virus made by Rill, that way the poison had no effect on you, but the new virus sought to leave, and apparently you found a way to do it, you transmitted it to the girls in a hexual way. Issei. I brought them to this, I left them in a coma. Rick. Apparently my studies indicate two things, the poisoning caused by the new virus was transmitted to the girls when they consummated their relationships, and that if we do not find the antidote in the next 24 hours, they will die. Issei. Damn. Rick. Puts his hand on Issei's shoulder, all is not lost, I can create the antidote, but I need two things to create it, the DNA in your blood and the DNA of the new virus. I already have the DNA of the new virus, that it's the easy part, now what I need is your blood, but not the current one. I need you to consume so much of the new virus, that your body adapts to the new virus and assimilates it. Issei. Okay, if it's for them it would consume even the gods. Rick. About that, Issei, it should be noted that you could die when consuming so much DNA, since this is a poison for you. Issei. It is better to die fighting than to die without doing anything. Rick. If you succeed, you will save them, but if you fail you will die and they will too. Issei. Where do I find the carriers of the new virus? Rick. Curiously, there is a large accumulation in Hyodo. Ken said that they appear in the sewers, they must have an underground base. Issei. I leave now, inform me of their status by phone. Rick. Okay. Issei. Calm down girls, I will save you all, and whoever gets in my way I will open their damn head. Season 2 Episode 5. Consumed to live. Japan, Hyodo. Explosions are heard everywhere, thousands of infected were being consumed by a single person. Issei. I can't stop, even if there are thousands, even if there are millions, I must continue consuming. At that time, Rick's voice would be heard by a communicator. Rick. Issei, stop, you have exceeded the critical mass of your body, it is not adapting, and it is not stopping the poisoning, you are going to die if you continue consuming. Issei. And they are going to die if I don't do it, plus I see the final boss before me. Rick. Issei, don't even think about it, the concentrations of the new virus are in the red, and it is only one person, it is certain that you are going to die if you consume it, besides in the state you are in it will kill you, that thing is nothing that we have seen, he is no longer the general in charge who helped Rill, now he is 100% pure monster, please friend, don't do it. Issei. I don't think I can promise that. At that moment Issei's gaze turned towards the monster, he knew that the battle was inevitable, at that moment he could see the monster smile. Issei. Well, piece of shit, let's see who consumes who. You might wonder how the hell I ended up being weak, poisoned and about to fight something that in my current condition could kill me. Well, make yourself comfortable, this started hours ago. 8 hours before, we could see Issei walking through the streets of Hyodo. Issei. How long has it been since I came to Hyodo, Rick? Rick. 2 hours, you better hurry, remember we only have 22 hours to save those girls. I will talk to you through the communicator in your ear to inform you of the situation around you. I told you that using a communicator is more comfortable than the phone, and thanks to certain friends I have satellite view, it means that I will be able to see you on the surface. When you enter the sewers I will no longer be able to see you, however this satellite scans the contamination levels of the new virus, so I will be able to notify you if something changes. Issei. Okay, hey, some yakai friends live around here, I want to know their situation, I don't want to involve them or let them know that I'm here. Rick. Okay, let me see, by the way in the meantime you will have to start consuming, and there are readings under the road in the sewer. Issei. Okay, let's get our hands dirty, it's been said. This one, who had gone down the sewer, could smell a bad smell, and not the smell that the sewer has, but a smell of death. Issei. This place is disgusting, but not in the normal way, instead of stinking of filth, it stinks of blood. Shriek. Then he would hear a sound and hide behind the wall. He would use his infected vision to see two people carrying the virus who were dragging corpses. Why do we have to listen to that human? That human is the general that our master Rill put in charge. That's what I don't understand, because our master didn't make him into someone worthy of being by his side like us. He said that he would only accept the best way, that's why he is working on the new virus, to transform himself into someone worthy of our master, Issei. That's good information, the general in charge is here and working on the new virus, it seems like he's hit the jackpot. By the way Brock. Yes Crow. Raven. Did you notice the intruder? Brock. Now that you mention it, yes. Raven. We'll have to gut it. Brock. Don't worry I'll crush it with my jaws. After hearing those words Issei would run away. Issei. Shit it seems like they can also feel or see the virus in my body, since hiding failed I will have to fight, but the place is very narrow, I can't fight here, the sewer hole is small, I need to go to a bigger place. At that point he realized that one of the two subjects was chasing him. Brock. Why are you running away, are you afraid of me? Issei. Rick these are there I need a large place, a horrible thing is chasing me. Rick. Sorry, I was checking the location of your yokai friends, I'll see the subway maps. Issei. I'm running out of time and I can't wait to shut this guy's mouth. Rick. Turn right there is a large round space that connects several tunnels, it's big enough to fight. Issei. Thank you. He would reach the space that Rick told him about, where he could see that he could fight without problems. Brock. I see you were looking for an area with a lot of space, but unfortunately you made your situation worse, here I can move freely, I'm going to enjoy ripping out your spinal cord. Issei. Smiles then go ahead and bite me. Brock. I'll take you at your word, your arm looks delicious. Crunch. At the moment he lunged at Issei and bit him, a cracking sound was heard, Brock's jaw had made that sound, his teeth cracked and then broke. Issei. Oh but how bad of me, I forgot to inform you that my sword appears in my arm, but look on the bright side, those dangerous teeth are gone. Smiles. Brock. Scared what is this intense pressure monster? Issei. Monster me? You use innocent people for experiments against their will, who is the real monster? Brock. Stay away. Issei. Tell me, do you know what it means to consume, the different ways there are, do you know what it feels like to have your spine ripped out while you consume? I don't, but you're going to find out. Extends hand. Brock. No. Issei. Thanks for the food. After what happened, Issei would writhe in pain as it seemed that consuming that guy was very painful for him. Issei. Ah yeah this is curse. That's when someone's footsteps are heard, someone had found Issei. Raven. Wow, I thought Brock had taken care of you, but it seems I was wrong, that idiot has so little brain that he must have lost sight of you, but it doesn't matter, I'll take care of you. Issei. The other one has arrived. Wait what is this, my vision is getting blurry. Raven. The master gave me a gift, a very big one. Issei. What's happening, my body feels heavy, it's from consuming the subjects with a new virus, the poisoning is starting to affect me, no, apart from that it's something else. Raven. You better be careful because now you are in my kingdom, the kingdom of nightmares. Issei. Shit, what's happening, I can't see well. Raven. The realm of nightmares subjects people to their worst fears, don't worry, no one has ever been able to retain their sanity here, so when you go crazy I will eat you so you don't feel or know the meaning of pain. Smiles. Issei. I feel tired. Crow. There is a saying, raise crows and they will gouge out your eyes. Issei would fall to the ground passed out, it would be a while until he woke up. Issei. My head, where am I? Raven. I see you. Wake up. Issei. Where are you? Raven. This is my kingdom, I am everywhere and your test begins now. Issei. When I find you I'm going to open your head. Raven. I don't think so. Hyodo Issei. Issei. But how do you know my? Raven. The realm of nightmares connects to the mind of the affected person, we are in your mind, I was poking around here, I know you killed Brock without mercy, like a real monster. Issei. I'm not a monster. Raven. Oh really? Riaz. Issei, is that you? Issei. That voice is Riaz. Would you laugh? Where are you? Riaz. Issei, why did you kill me? Issei. Shocked. Riaz could be seen dismembered in front of Issei. Riaz. This is your fault. Issei. No, this is not real. But not only was she there but all of her lovers, all of them had their bodies destroyed and mutilated. Akeno. It's your fault we're all dead. Asia. If you hadn't been born maybe my life would be better. Raven. Unfortunately in the realm of nightmares you can touch, feel and see, it is as if everything were real, what you see now is real, you can touch his corpse, feel the cold or the heat of his body. Issei. Get me out of here. Raven. I saw your memories, because of you they are dying, you try to save them, but you condemn them. Issei. Shut up. Raven. But look who we have here. Immediately two voices in the darkness sounded and two people appeared. Son, where are you? We are waiting for you. Issei. Mom, Dad. Raven. Wow, so they knew you were a demon, but did they know you had died or do they know who you are now? You didn't even tell them the truth. Issei. Shut up. Raven. What will they say when they see you, monster or murderer? What word do you prefer? Issei. Stops. Raven. Are you already speechless? Issei. Tell me, is this power created by the combination of the new virus? Raven. That's right, Master Rill has fantastic plans, although now this combination in me is imperfect, the general will fix it soon. Issei. Sure, but that will only happen if he finds your body. At that moment he had caught the enemy by grabbing his neck, the enemy's body was dark like shadows in that way he hid. Raven. Ah, how could you see through the world of nightmares? Issei. Infected vision. Although this world is solid, I can only see the one who carries the virus. Raven. Damn son of a bitch. Issei. Silence. Issei would squeeze his neck hard to silence him. Raven. Aya. Issei. I would have given you a quick death, but shown me the people I love dead, you delved into my memories and tortured me about my parents, that is something unforgivable. Issei. I'm going to hit you so much that you'll just be a sack of meat, then I'll consume you. Raven. Wait, I'll tell you the general's location, but don't kill me please, I beg you. Issei. If you saw my memories, you know that I only need to consume you to know everything. Raven. No. At that moment the torture with beatings began, not even asking for mercy would save him, he had messed with something that no one should mess with, Issei's family. The hours would pass and Issei would continue with his mission, he was staggering, his body was weakened. Issei. Rick, I'm already reaching my goal, but… Rick. What's wrong? Issei. I feel like I'm breaking in two. Rick. Issei, you are poisoned by the new virus, you don't show signs of adaptation, how about you rest? Issei. I'm short on time, Rick, and you know it, so I can't turn back. Rick. Okay. You have come this far, you surprise me. Issei. You are the general that Rill put in charge. That's right, my name is Corner. Issei. How did you know I was coming to you? Corner. When I lost communication with Brock and Cuervo I knew something was wrong, but it doesn't matter who you are, Hyodo Issei. Rill told me about you, in fact he told everyone that Rill trusts about you. At that, Corner would look down and Issei would also do so, being surprised by what he would see. Issei. But what is that? Corner. It's not beautiful, thousands of failed experiments, but I finally got it, the perfect union. Issei. The only thing you've done is use innocent people to your liking. Corner. It doesn't matter, with this I will have everything, its high purity is incredible. What he had brought down from them was a large tank with a black liquid, it was the new virus taken to the maximum, it was a horrendous thing that was disgusting to see, how many lives were lost for it. Issei. Give up, you can't defeat me. Corner. Yes, I know, I'm human and I don't have a chance, but that's why I came prepared. Corner would press a button and thousands of infected would be freed. Issei. What have you done? Corner. Have fun. After saying those words he jumped into the tank before Issei could even do anything, then it began to be consumed by that black liquid and the place began to shake. Issei. Shock that idiot, this place is going to collapse. Shaking, the infected screamed as the place fell apart. On the other hand, a hand began to come out of the tank, it had a horrendous shape. Issei quickly used his armor to protect himself, and after he did, the roof collapsed, several explosions occurred. Rick. Issei, these are there. Issei. Yes, fortunately I managed to protect myself, the armor became soft, the poisoning is getting worse, but I have to continue consuming. This quickly charged head-on against the thousands of infected in the present. Well, that's what happened, now I find myself face to face with General Corner, I'm very weak and I don't know if I'm going to win, but I have to, since the lives of the people I love are on my shoulders, now let's see how will this end. Season 2 Episode 6. On the brink of death. Issei stared at General Corner, he knew that this fight would be one of the hardest he had had so far. Issei. Spits blood, I'm really at the last moment, let's give it one last push, I have to win no matter what. Greg. Buddy, I don't think it's a good idea to go confront him, give up and let's go back. Issei. Smiles, tell me Drake, if I let the girls I love die, what kind of person would I be? Greg. I can't say. Issei. Exactly, every time I looked in the mirror I would think about committing suicide. Now Corner, let's see who gets dismembered first, takes out claws. Corner maintained a constant silence while he noticed how Issei approached. Issei. Hey Issei lunged at Corner with his claws, but Corner destroyed Issei's claws with one blow. Seeing how his claws were shattered in front of his eyes, intense pain suddenly came. Greg. Mate. Issei. It hurts, damn, takes out his sword. Before Issei turned around, Corner was behind him, Issei was horrified to see this, maybe he was faster or Issei had become slower. Corner. Places his hands on Issei's sword. Issei. What is this and I'm afraid. Corner. Squeezes his hand, breaking the sword, haha. Issei. Falls to the ground, damned. Issei writhed in pain as his sword was destroyed. Corner. This is true power. After saying those words in a quick movement he grabbed Issei's head. Issei. Spits blood, damn. Corner. As soft as tofu. It pierced Issei's chest, even though he was wearing his biomass armor, it had become very soft due to Issei's state, his defense was no longer the same. Issei. Corner. Ask for mercy and I will give you a painless death. Issei. Ever spits in his face. Corner. Well then your death will be slow and painful. Issei. Crushing fists. Corner. Useless. Issei tried to use his fists to damage him, but in a quick movement, Corner tore his arms off. Issei. Aya. Corner. It's too early to shout, I haven't even started with your punishment. Hyodo Issei, your arrogance took you here. Corner would put his foot on Issei's body and step on it again and again without stopping. Issei. Drag, I can't move, I can't feel anything anymore. Drag. Mate, calm down, we have to think of something to get out of here. Issei. No, they are waiting for me, I can't leave without finishing off this bastard. Drag. You saw how he overwhelmed you with his power, you can't beat him, let's go back, there must be another way to save the girls, in your current state he will kill you if you continue. Issei. We don't know if there is another way, if there is it may be too late, the only way we can save them is by adapting to the virus, to do so, I must consume it. Corner. Come on, get up, maybe that's all a trash like you can do, come on, if you don't I will kill all the civilians, your family members and those you love, you will die knowing that, you will not have peace in death. Issei. Hey, Drake. How much we can use the mode in this situation. Drake. You will die if you use it. Issei. The day I am going to die, that day I will have to decide and no one else. Drake. Hahaha, as always you are going down the path of idiocy. Issei. Lose, now let's do it. Corner. I guess this is all you can do anyway, I'm bored, I'll kill you quickly. Issei. I'm not going to allow the people I love to die. At that moment a large explosion arose, separating Corner from Issei. I am the one who wakes up. I am the red dragon of latent truth and the perfect prototype of the dream. May you all bow before my presence and prove that you are worthy of my love. I follow the path of love and happiness. I will fill your dreams with happiness and fulfill your wishes. I will show you a life of peace. Balance breaker mode infection. At that moment a great wave of power could be felt by Corner. The wave of power was such that the ground began to vibrate. Corner. That's what I was talking about. Resist more and more, I want to see that face of hope disappear and replace it with one of despair. Issei. Now we start with a real fight. Corner. Smiles. Issei. Predatory blow. At that moment, without Corner being able to see it, Issei's blow hit him squarely. Corner. Spits blood, what is this, it was only a second that I lost sight of him and he hit me in such a way that it hurt me a lot. Issei. Now damn, I'll destroy you. Corner. This is what I wanted, show me what the old virus can do against the new one. Issei. Hi. At that moment thousands of blows would be delivered to the Corner's body without him being able to dodge them. Corner. Yes, this is what I wanted, more, give me more, show me all your power. Issei. Shut up you bastard, biomass dragon cut. Booster. At that moment the cut opened his stomach, but he quickly regenerated, however the speed of regeneration was slow. Corner. Spits blood, yes, this is what I wanted, show me your full potential, in exchange I will show you mine claws of death. Issei. Shit, damn sadomasochistic shit. Corner enlarged his hands to attack Issei, however he jumped back to try to dodge the attack. Corner. You really are useless. Issei. Spits blood, how did this happen, hey what's happening to me, my vision is blurry. Corner. Come on, don't tell me you've slowed down. Greg. Mate, the poisoning by the new virus is affecting your nervous system. Issei. What the hell, spits blood. Greg. Mate, you are dying, your organs are stopping, everything is going back to how it was before the virus, it means that the virus is what kept you alive, since it was the virus that brought you back to life in the first place, since you consumed too much of the new virus to poison yourself, and the old virus did not adapt, the old virus is being eradicated, you will soon die. Elsewhere. Rick. Quickly, we have to do something. Azazel. Are you sure about this, Rick? Rick. That's right, I put sensors inside Issei's clothes to monitor the functioning of his body, right now he is dying. Azazel. This can't be possible. Rick. I don't want to believe it too, but I put them on him before starting this mission to monitor the behavior of the new virus, and apparently it's killing him, the old virus simply doesn't adapt. Ken. Hey, then what can we do? Rick. I can't think of anything. Ken. Tell me the situation of your body. Rick. His ribs are broken, his organs are tearing or shutting down, he is literally a walking corpse, how he stays alive is a big question and a big miracle. Ken. I'll tell you how he stays alive, by his will, he doesn't plan to surrender, and neither do we, takes out his rifle. Rick. What the hell are you going to do? Ken. He saved my life a long time ago, I was able to see my family thanks to him, and now I will return the favor. Rick. Ken is suicide, basically that weapon will serve you as much as a branch. Ken. I'm not going to stand here watching a friend die. Azazel. I won't just stand here and do nothing, I'll go get help. Rick. Okay, I'll tell you how the situation with his body goes from here. Azazel. Good. Rick. Please don't die, Issei. Ken and Azazel left the place while Rick stayed looking at the vital signs. With Issei, the battle between him and Corner continued, neither of them seemed to give in. Issei. Hi a biomass bomb. Corner. Catches her pathetic, this is what the old virus can do, I feel cheated. Issei. How is it possible that you are so strong? Corner. It's not that I'm strong, you're weak. Corner would kick making Issei fall to the ground. Issei. Damn, I feel like I'm losing more and more strength, I see everything blurry, but I have to stay conscious. Corner. Look here at the great Hyodo Issei, the one who defeated Master Rill, the one who proclaimed himself a hero, but the truth is that you are the biggest fraud of all. Corner approached him and put his foot on his body. Issei. Don't be careless. Corner. What did you say? I can't hear you, speak louder. Issei. I said don't be careless, you damn son of a bitch. At that moment he had been concentrating his energy on his fist, and thanks to Corner's carelessness, he hit him hard in the face. Corner. AI unfortunate. Issei. Now drag. Come on mate. Boost. Booster. Issei. Take this biomass dragon punch. Corner. Damned. Issei did not stop attacking, he continued attacking without stopping, not giving him a chance to counterattack, he knew that he had to finish it. Issei. Hey I go dead. At that, a large explosion would occur, Corner and Issei would launch their last attack, while they were enveloped in the explosion, shortly after Ken would arrive at the place where he saw the result of the battle. Ken. Shocked, this is impossible. The horrible scene that he could see had no name, it was because he did not believe what his eyes saw. Issei. Spits blood. Damn. Corner. This is the moment when hope disappears. Corner had pierced Issei's heart, Issei's regeneration was gone, he looked at the sky one last time and then collapsed, falling to the ground. Ken. No shit, this can't be true. Ken fell to his knees when he saw the final result of this battle. Rick. Ken answers, tell me this is not true, that the vital signs I'm seeing are false. Issei. I'm sorry girls again, I can't do anything. But those words Issei returned to the arms of death while the tears in her eyes were seen. Corner. It's a shame, if you hadn't been in bad condition maybe I could have had more fun, but in the end what is obsolete ends up rotting. Rick also fell to his knees when he saw the vital signs. But the pulsing sound like vital signs came a devastating statement. Ken. Hyodo Issei. He is dead. Season 2 Episode 7. Despair. Ken didn't know what to say. His words were sealed by that petrifying scene. Hyodo Issei, his savior, his friend, he was dead. Corner. Well, Master Rill will be satisfied, looks at Ken. Hey, you're human, don't be afraid, I finished my work and now you can take the corpse, after all I'm not interested in garbage leaves. Ken. Approaches Issei. I'm sorry friend. Kunu. Hey, who are you? At that moment the Yakai Princess Kunu had arrived at the scene, behind her were two Yakai guards, but not only her, Yasaka had also arrived. Yasaka. Kunu, be careful, normal civilians shouldn't see us. Kunu. Mom, that guy is holding a body. Yasaka. Wait, that body is that of Hyodo Issei. Kunu. Hey, that's Issei's body. Yasaka. Angry. Hey, I need an explanation. Yasaka quickly gave off great murderous intensity, but Ken quickly spoke to avoid trouble. Ken. You didn't know that Issei was still alive, right? Yasaka. Like he was alive. Kunu. That's true. Both Yasaka and Kunu were stunned, they couldn't believe it, but they were happy to hear the news, however they didn't know the whole truth. Kunu. Smiled. So all this time he was alive. Ken. More or less. Yes, he was alive. Only now he died. Upon hearing those words, the illusions of the two were broken, entering into total shock, it was as if they were given hope and then replaced it with despair. Ken showed Issei's corpse, the one who had a hole in his heart. Kunu. No, this can't be possible. Ken. I was late. Azazel would arrive at the place, not being able to believe what happened, he clenched his fists in frustration and anger. Azazel. He is dead. Ken. I'll go and take him to Rick. Maybe he can get something out of his body to save the girls, after all that was his main goal for coming here. Kunu would not hold back her tears and cry, this was something very unfair for her. Isaka. We will escort you back. Ken. I appreciate it. Azazel. The bastard who did this must pay. Ken. I know, but if I defeat Issei I don't recommend facing him, we are not rivals for him. Azazel. Damn, how helpless. Isaka, since you will escort him, we will inform you of the entire situation on the way. Isaka. I would really appreciate it, I'm very upset. She turned her face away so that no one would see her shed a tear, a sign that she was crying for Issei. 5 hours later. Ken. What is the state of the body? Rick. I was analyzing it for an hour and a half and the results are positive, I will be able to make a cure because although the body is dead, a part of the tissue adapted in time. Ken. At least he kept his word to save the girls. Rick. Yes, right now I will make a cure and give it to him, on the other hand, you want me to give them the news of his death. Ken. No, I won't do it, I feel like it's my responsibility. Rick. Okay. 1 hour later, Rick had done the cure within a short time, then he gave the cure to the girls and it didn't take long for them to wake up. Ken. Well, how are you? Rick. They have all recovered successfully, but they want to see Issei. Ken. I see, I'll go in and tell them. Rick. Okay, one more thing, I don't recommend cushioning things, anyway that doesn't change the fact that you're going to hurt them and that he's dead. Ken. I understand it better than anyone. Ken would come in to talk to the girls, he would quickly be noticed by them. Riaz. Hello Ken. Ken. Hello everyone, how are you feeling? Zenobia. My body feels normal, everyone else's seems to be. Ken. Rick already told you why they ended up like that, right? Keno. Yes, losing our virginity with Issei really gave us problems. Asia. We want to apologize to Issei for all the inconvenience. Kaneko. Surely he was fighting for us. Hiroka. Yes it is true, but where is Issei Naya? Zenobia. I was hoping to see Issei when he woke up, but I saw Rick, I thought he would be here. Irina. Now that you mention it, it's strange. Asia. Maybe he's tired. Riaz. He should have given his all like he always does. Keno. Ara but it doesn't matter, we can all do it normally with Issei, that's not the best, well there was still a certain Valkyrie missing because she was busy in the Nordic kingdom, but surely Rick will have to give her the antidote when he does it with Issei. They all laughed at Keno's comments, however Ken quickly destroyed the good atmosphere. Ken. Issei is dead. But those simple words, the atmosphere was broken, silence fell on them, it was as if they destroyed all their hope. That news turned the expression of each one dark, revealing a look of death and lifeless eyes on their faces. Riaz. What did you say? Ken. Issei is dead. Irina. It's a joke, right, it's a bad joke, right? Ken. During his battle he faced Corner, Rill's right-hand man, and having perfected the new virus, he killed Issei, who was already very weakened. I witnessed that scene when I arrived. Asia. No. Keno. Damn it. Irina. Then how they cured us? Ken. We brought Issei's body and in the end we were able to rescue tissue from the body that adapted even in death, he kept his promise, he saved them. Hiroka. I will kill him, I will kill that bucking bastard who killed Issei, I will walk his corpse everywhere. Zenobia. Damn, I'll cut you into pieces. Kaneko. Issei senpai. The girls' reactions were varied, some burned with rage and hatred, others cried and screamed in pain, but only one maintained her composure. Riaz. Gets up right now, I'm very angry, I want to destroy that bastard, but first I want to see Issei's corpse. Ken. Are you sure? I don't think it's a good idea. Riaz. I still have to see it, it's not like I can just ignore it. Ken. Okay. Riaz. Girls, while I look at the corpse, please get ready, let's go hunt that damn bastard. Despite her calm expression, Riaz was angry, but she had to maintain her composure, after all she had already lost Issei once. All the girls upon seeing her nodded at her orders, murderous auras came out in most of the girls, the first time they lost Issei, because he sacrificed himself so they only cried, now the second time they lost him they have reasons not to cry and kill. Riaz. I will never forgive him, I will make him see the real hell for taking Issei away from me a second time. 10 minutes later, Ken would take Riaz to see Issei's corpse. Upon entering the room, Riaz's eyes quickly saw his corpse. Ken. Here it is. Riaz. Approaches slowly. You fought well, Issei. Thank you for saving me, gives him a kiss, I promise you that I will avenge you. Even if he dies in the process. Ken. What do we do with Issei's corpse? Riaz. For now, leave it here, first I will finish a matter, and then we will give it a dignified ceremony. Ken. Understood. At that, Riaz and Ken leave through the door, leaving Issei's corpse alone. 23 minutes later. Ken. Some location of the target. Rick. Not at all. Ken. Shit, where is that idiot? Rick. I'm looking for a sign of the new virus in every possible way, but it hides well. Wait, I have an idea. Ken. Which one? Rick. If I triangle the position from where he started plus the sightings of him. Immediately the corner position was revealed, but it left Ken and Rick shocked. Ken. This must be a joke, according to this it is here in Kuo. Rick. Now that I think about it, we haven't had any action in Kuo since the last time the infected appeared and they are hiding. Ken. It's not possible, we checked the area, there are no traces of them here. Rick. Wait, now that I think about it, the new virus combines the powers of the supernatural, doesn't it? Ken. Exactly, don't tell me what. Rick. If that's what you're thinking, if demons have the ability to use magic circles to teleport, why couldn't this new virus? Ken. But how is it possible? The formula of the new virus has barely been perfected, it is not possible that everyone who works for Rill has the power of the new virus, not to mention that it is not known if they will survive the process. Rick. You're right, not everyone has that power, but those who have that power can use their power to transport those who don't have that power. Ken. Like Corner. Rick. Exactly, if I see the demonic power readings what I can see is that, but this is quickly Ken warn everyone in the underworld to prepare for battle and to increase vigilance. Ken. But what's happening? Rick. I just saw the supernatural power readings and more than one person has teleported. Ken. Don't tell me what, Rick. They are planning to attack the underworld again. Ken. I'll call Azazel and the others. Rick. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything, this situation sucks. Elsewhere, everything was blank, it was as if the place was a blank painting and in that place two people were easily seen. Are you awake? Issei. Where am I? I was fighting with Corner, maybe I'm dead. That's how it is, or rather between life and death, a limbo so to speak. Issei. Are you God? No, he is already dead. That's true, but apparently you don't seem surprised, it must be because of your experience. Issei. Why can you talk to me? It is easy for me to connect with those who carry the virus, I can also observe them and see what they do. Issei. Exactly who are you? I can't see clearly. Don't worry, you will soon regain your sight. Do you know the story of the prototypes, the story of Elizabeth Green, the mother of the virus, and Alex Mercer? Issei. Yes, Ken told me the story. So you know that both Elizabeth and Alex were imperfect subjects. Issei. Yes, I know that too. So you know that before Mercer, Elizabeth gave birth to a child with perfect coding genetic lines. When she grew up her power would be such that that single child would have been able to stop those two as if nothing had happened. Issei. Wait, that means that boy was sent to Vandenberg Air Force Base during Project Crusade where he escaped and his whereabouts since then are unknown. Issei. It's not possible, you are. That's right, I am that child, the perfect prototype for PARIAH. Season 2 Episode 8. PARIAH. In front of Issei was Pariah, he was the perfect prototype, the strongest of all. Issei. If it's really you, why are you talking to me now? What business do you have with me? As you can see, I'm almost dead. Pariah. The truth is that if there is something I want to talk to you about. Issei. Well, it's not like I have the option to ignore you, so I listen to you. Pariah. As you know, I was given the power of the virus since I was born, the humans only tested me, they experimented with me as if it were a toy. Issei. From your expression I see that made you angry. Pariah. Yes, in his eyes I didn't feel it was something inhuman, but the worst of all is that they were right. Issei. Still, you are a living being, I don't think there is a reason to treat you like a monster, I think it was the fear that Elizabeth caused that made them fear you. Pariah. That's right, I paid for the sins of another. Issei. Still, let's get to the main point, what do you want to talk to me about? Pariah. About the extinction of every living thing on this planet. Issei. What? In the underworld, everyone was getting ready for battle, thousands of demons were on the move. Riaz. This is not enough, we have to prepare better. Surziches. Riaz, I know you're angry and you want to kill that bastard because of Issei, but we can't attack blindly. Isaka. Clenches fist. That's right, what they do makes me angry, but we can't get carried away by anger. Riaz. So what do we do? Surziches. For now let's be alert, when they make the first blow we will know. Rick. Guys, I have bad news. Surziches. What's wrong, Rick? Rick. Remember that I told you that those infected with the new virus can teleport those who are not. Surziches. That's right, Rick. Well, now that Corner has perfected the new virus, I think he can infect other carriers of the virus. According to my research it is possible. Riaz. What are you saying, Rick? Originally there is a survival rate for the new virus, the procedures that should be followed are many, but if Corner infects everyone in a normal way, and by that I mean his own flesh and blood. Surziches. Then that means that, Rick. That's right, now they are all Corner's servants and can travel from hell to the human world, more specifically the city of Kuo. Surziches. This is bad, if they know we are waiting for them they could send their forces to Kuo, or they could make us deploy our forces in Kuo and leave the underworld defenseless. Now we can't know which place they will attack if everyone can teleport. Rick. No, I do know. Surziches. What are you talking about? Maybe it's not 50-50. Rick. Normally it would be like this, but think about this, there are many infected, some of them are soldiers, corpses and innocent people, with so many lackeys there is not much to think about, they will throw the infected on both sides and crush us. Isaka. Shocked, but that's it, Rick. It's not impossible, think about it, they have a virus that they can put in corpses and bring them back to life like monsters, isn't it? They won't be short-handed, they will send as many as they can on both sides, and since they know we can't handle two places at the same time with many infected, the thing is clear. Riaz. You say that, Rick? Yes, opens hands, we are in the middle and they are on the sides, they will pressure us so much to the point that we tremble, for them sending infected is nothing, just sacrificial pawns. Surziches. That means, Rick. Yes, when one side silks closes hands they will crush us. Isaka. The situation is terrible, Rick. That's right, if a headquarters side will have the area to have fun and the more areas they have, the more they will be able to use the new virus on people, and their army will increase more, even if we annihilate them there will be more, and in a matter of time we will be killing our acquaintances or friends, even if they have become monsters. It will not be an easy burden to carry on our conscience, which will lower morale, This means in the end something harmful for us, and we will end up giving in to them. Their plan is cunning if not effective. After Rick's words, frustration flooded everyone. They didn't know how to respond to such a situation, but then Azazel arrived. Azazel. Maybe there's a way to win this. Rick. Do you have an Azazel way? Azazel. Yes, I was looking for support. Rick. Support you say? Ollie. That's right. At that point, Volley would enter the scene and stand next to Azazel. Rick. You're Volley. Issei told me about you once, you're his rival, aren't you? Ollie. That's right, I have come to help you. Azazel. He found out about Issei's death and he is more angry than ever. Ollie. If he had been there the two of us could have defeated that corner guy and he would be alive. Azazel. It's not your fault, you carry your responsibility and he carries his. Rick. That's right, we have to move on, in this situation regrets do not benefit us. Azazel. The entire underworld is protected, when the attack begins we will be able to resist it. Surziches. As you know, our position as Demon Kings is delicate. Azazel. That's right, luckily I spoke to many people, and since we are going to face an army it is technically a declaration of war. Surziches. Smile so that means. Azazel. You and the other Demon Kings can fight without holding back. Riaz. Then there is only one thing left, right, defend Kuo. Azazel. I will help you with that part, Sona's family and yours will be there. Riaz. Wait, don't forget my main objective, I'll be where that bastard who killed Issei is. Rick. Well curiously you will be happy to know that Corner will be one of Kuo's attackers. I can know his exact readings of where he will appear from the DNA obtained from the fight with Issei. Currently his readings or sightings in Kuo were many. Riaz. Thank you. Rick. Don't thank me yet, first send that bastard to the morgue. Ollie. Now we have another matter. Rick. Hey, what are you talking about? Azazel. I didn't tell you that I went for support, Volley will tell you what he plans. Ollie. I know that without Issei we lost a great force against the infected, since his power consisted of a threat to them, right? Rick. Right, why the question? Ollie. I won't stay behind Issei, I want to become a prototype. At that moment everyone except Azazel is shocked by Volley's response. Rick. Ha. Now I understand Azazel. When you said you went for support, there would certainly be no better support than a prototype in our ranks. Azazel. I already knew that Volley couldn't stay calm being behind Issei, that's why I wasn't surprised by his decision. Surziches. Are you sure about this, Volley? Rick. Surziches is right, the probability is low you can turn into a monster that we will have to kill if it gets out of control. Ollie. Even so clenches fist I'm not going to go back, he gave his life to the end, if so I will do it too. Smiles. Rick. If you are so determined then it will be, with a new virus I can create a formula for you to become a prototype. Ollie. Good. Rick. Then let's go to my laboratory in Kuo to make the formula. With Issei. This one would continue talking in that blank space with Pariah. Issei. The extinction of all living beings. Pariah. Humans are destructive, selfish, greedy, ruffians, hurt others with their taunts and comments, kill each other. Issei. That's it. Pariah. Not only them, the gods, the angels, the demons, every living being is greedy, the only ones who are not greedy are the animals, and that is because they do not have our level of thinking. Issei. Are you saying that if an animal was intelligent it would show greed? Pariah. That's right, greed always arises from the pleasure of wanting more, an animal stops if its stomach is full, isn't it like that, and what would happen if it knew how to store food and more food, its true greed would begin. Issei. It's true that greed is like that, and humans are greedy but. Issei wanted to protest and defend, but his words made sense and he couldn't easily contradict them. Pariah. But what? There is some justification for their lack, they kill themselves for more and more power, you were human, can you tell me if once in your life you did not stop to think about something that you do not have, but you desperately want? Issei. I can't tell you that I haven't thought about it. Pariah. So what's good about the living beings on this planet if they only harm, and harm? This virus was born out of humanity's greed for power, right? Issei. Everything you said is true. Pariah. So. Issei. But not all beings on this planet are like that, it is true that there are despicable humans, but there are also good and kind humans who shake your hand, trusting humans may be difficult for you, but I know that some of them don't help you. They will disappoint you if you give them that chance. Pariah. Yet humans give so many variables that they are very imperfect. Issei. Smiles and it's not better like this. Pariah. Hey. Issei. Our imperfections make us unique, why being perfect, all that would just be boring. Pariah. Do you prefer to be imperfect than perfect? Issei. Our imperfections are what make us perfect in our own way. Smile. Pariah. You really are interesting. Smiles. Issei. What are you talking about, I'm just saying what I think. Pariah. Do you know why I chose you, Issei? Issei. Choose me? Pariah. Yes, when I escaped and headed into the world being among humans, I could see the good and bad side of them, at that time I wondered what I should do. Issei. What should you do? Pariah. That's right, I had the power to wipe out the human race that used me for years, but I couldn't do it without a true verdict, that's why I mixed among them, I lived among them. Issei. And then what happened? Pariah. Nothing, I couldn't give a verdict without a representative present. Issei. Representative. Pariah. That's right, when I was referring to the extinction of every living being on this planet, I was talking about using my power to destroy all beings from humans to gods, but I needed a representative to speak for all beings on this planet, and that's you. The wait was years, many years. Issei. And why me? Pariah. You were human, you were slaughtered by a fallen angel, you were reborn as a demon, you sold your arm to a dragon to save the woman you love, who is a demon, you were reborn as a dragon by the Great Red, the DXD, you met the gods, you faced them, your childhood friend and lover is an angel, you sacrificed your life for others, you were reborn as a prototype, and now once again you die to save others, there is no one better than you, because you have been in all the worlds of the factions, not only that you have been in the multiverse, in this time you have seen more things than any other person in this world. Issei. So what is your verdict? Pariah. Living beings deserve to live, despite everything they have done, as long as some have goodness in their hearts they deserve to live. Issei. Thank you, I guess this is goodbye and I will die. Pariah. No, this will be your last resurrection, your last rebirth. Issei. Hey, but what are you saying? I'm in the middle of life and death, I practically can't live anymore. Pariah. True, but the virus can bring you back. Issei. I still don't think the same virus will work a second time. Pariah. That's true, that's why Pariah will give you my genetic lines and my life. Issei. Shock that. Pariah. My real body is somewhere else, but through those with a connection to the virus I can give it my power, that's how I'm talking to you in this limbo. Issei. But what will happen to you? Pariah. I will disappear and rest in peace, in my freedom I have lived and done things like a normal person, that's why I want to end it here, I already lived what I had to live, but you Issei have to move on for your family, for your friends, for the girls you love. Issei. Are you sure of that? In Issei's words you could feel sadness, because of him someone far from this conflict has to sacrifice themselves. Pariah. You are definitely the most suitable, don't be sad, it's true that a part of my life was confinement, but believe it or not Smiles, my life outside of confinement was the best, I can leave without regrets thanks to you. Issei. What should I do? Pariah. The process to give you my power will take time, give me your hand I will begin to transmit all my power to you. Issei, you are about to know what it is to be the perfect prototype. Issei just nodded and shook her hand. Issei. How long will it take? Pariah. Honestly the time in this place is different from real time, I can't say for sure, but let's hope nothing is happening outside. Issei. I hope so too, I doubt that if you diarrheas won't act recklessly. Pariah. By the way, Issei, I have to tell you something about the new virus. Issei. Yes. Pariah. That virus gives off greed, power, desire, corruption, the new virus is very evil, it takes a strong will to break those bad desires and control it, I tell you this because with my genetic lines, you can be stronger than you were, and my power could corrupt you. Issei. I understand. Pariah. While I transfer my power to you, I need to tell you very important things. Issei. Which ones? Pariah. The first is that you must be careful of them. Issei. Of whom? Pariah. One of them is Rill, he has already been corrupted by the virus reaching a point of no return. Issei. And the others? Pariah. From Alex Mercer and James Heller, the prototypes before you, they are alive and one day they will come to kill you. Issei. What? Let me know in the comments below if you guys want the next part. Also check out my other video that has been shown and left. Thank you for watching, if you enjoyed this video please like and share this video. And have a fantastic day, bye.